Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea, and welcome back to a high-level best of 3 between Young Yakov and Bunny. A Zerg versus Terran, between two players that some people that don't watch every game of StarCraft 2 might not be familiar with. But do not worry, because I am here to familiarize you with all of them. Bunny, a top 15 to 20 Terran player in the world, top 20 player in the world. He's about a top 6 or top 7 Terran worldwide. He's one of those Korean Terrans that is probably not the first player you would mention when you're thinking of the good Korean Terrans. Your mind probably goes to Maru. It goes to Kure, Byan. You know, those are the kind of the bigger names. And if we're thinking in the European scene, you've got your Clams. Even someone like Hero Marine, I think generally would be rated higher than Bunny. But after those 4, 5, 6 names, you do get Bunny, and Bunny has a different style as well than most of these players. I'm sure we can get into that a little bit later, but for now, let's introduce this man here, Steel Balls Young Yakov. It's difficult for him to sit, but a phenomenal player nonetheless, because he has a sense of aggression, like this, the young man's aggression is what he has, okay? He is still, I think he's like 21 now or so, but he still has that 16-year-old willingness to send it just on a whim, based on a complete whim, you know? He doesn't really care about taking risk very much. Well, he cares about taking risk so much that he tends to do it as often as he humanly can. We're playing here on Old Sun Temple, and this is a map that none of you most likely are going to be familiar with, because this is from the Team Liquid map contest. It is a 4-player map, and for now we're starting in a position which allows some potential drop play from the Zerg into the main bay. So we could even see maybe Swarm Host play. It is not very common, but it is something that can always be done. This Overlord went for the scout, saw the barracks. I don't know if this barracks saw the Overlord. And in that case, I think it's good for the Overlord to kind of dodge that for now. This was a CC first. This is Bunny's kind of golden standard. He loves going for CC first. He absolutely adores going into all-ins off of this. So we often see his command center first into some type of 2-base push. I've seen him go command center first into some type of like single Banshee, triple CC, really fast ADRAX, hitting like an absolute truck. But I'm not even sure if we need to be too worried about any of that type of stuff, because we have a Roach Warren going up here right now. 3 Roaches on the way. That's not a whole lot of them. That's actually very little Roaches. A 4th one coming in here too. And, ooh, look at that. Well, can we see that? Are all Roaches in the natural right now? 3 Roaches in the natural. 5 Roaches coming in, and Link as well. So it's going to be 21 workers against 26 already. 2 Links make their way across the map. Gonna see if they can clear one of these SCVs. Oh my god, beautiful little shuffle there. You see that? That was actually so neat. Damaged SCV went into the depot. The non-damaged SCV stopped building and popped out on the right side, saving the damaged SCV. Beautiful stuff. Now, these 3 Roaches making their way across the map are obviously going to be a bit of an issue here for Bunny, who only has Hellions on the way. Is it going to be Marauders now? I think the moment he sees a Roach, we're going to see a Marauder. That makes sense to me. Yep, Marauder comes out instantly. Liberator behind this, I think. Viking. Okay. They're kind of cooking. We're gonna get a drop, a depot drop on top of this. Don't forget that behind all of this, there really isn't a whole lot Young Yakov. So Yakov needs to not just deal significant amounts of damage, he probably just needs to straight up kill his opponent. So far he's not really doing that. Kills 9 workers, but his opponent has 2 bases and 2 orbital commands. Viking is about to finish up here. There's 1 Marauder out. Concussive is coming in here soon as well. And yes, we have a bunch more Links coming out, but the Roach count is pretty freaking pathetic at 2. What is Young Yakov's follow-up plan going to be? We don't see very good injects, as he's stopping for a little bit. Gonna try to get us around here on those cars, not quite succeeding. The Roaches are also not really succeeding. 1 more Hellion is gonna end up falling. I think a couple more workers will end up going down, but the Viking, a lot of damage, nice lift there, with hardly any HP remaining. Gets lifted back into the air. Get a little bit of a repair on it as it will land once more. Young Yakov up to 30 workers. Lair double gas immediately. What is the most common follow-up going to be? I'm feeling an armory. Because I think the plan might have been an armory here as well for some type of a Marauder Hellbat Viking all-in. However, right now, it feels like it might be too obvious. The Marauders have been spotted. The Hellions have been seen. Maybe the correct play is to just kind of macro out of this. Maybe get a Banshee, a 3rd CC. You have a lot of gas in the bank. 450 gas right now for Bunny. A major player on the energy market. Oop, the Hellions are going to run in. Nice! Evo Chamber wall is going to succeed. Second Evo Chamber does not succeed. Third Evo Chamber is not there. Because the second one never succeeded either. 4 workers end up going down. Couple more will end up falling before the sun goes down. One more. Okay, well, only one more there. This went much better than I'd expected. There were 0 units out. And only losing 5 drones against 4 Hellions. Honestly, a deal that Young Jakov's going to be happy with. He's probably going to transition into Spire play here. Fast layer, of course. Viking is going to land most likely behind his mineral line. Don't forget, Vikings 2-shot workers. But this Viking's just going to land and go back into the sky. Land and lift, land and lift. He's seen a lot, this guy. But only has 2 kills total. Probably Marine, or sorry, probably Lynx. Gonna get a Marauder drop onto those roaches. Kind of a bad play, if I'm being real honest. Not a good play. Really, it wasn't. Armory is not here, so this is not necessarily a Hellbat attack. This is just going to be kind of like Marauder Hellion, and it could get a couple of kills. As the roaches are coming out, yeah, three queens is quite a lot. At least you get a read on the Spire, which is a pretty big deal. Like, I like that portion. I really do like that part. 2 more drones coming out here as well. We have a drop in the natural, which is going to get 3-4 workers too. 7 workers in total going down. Really, honestly, decent outcome here for Bunny. Much better than I'd expected, at least. This queen is still being healed a little bit from that earlier transfuse. It's barely not going to go down. Okay, final shot of the Marauder is going to clean that queen up. As 7 mutas come out, what do we have defensively though for Bunny? Worker count is close. Base count is even. And the upgrades are actually fairly close as well. The main problem here for Bunny is the complete lack of Marines, which is really a very serious issue due to him not having any other anti-air. This one Viking. So he's going to be working off of like 5, 6, maybe 7 Marines, a single Viking, a medevac, and then well-intentioned turrets. It's going to be tough. It is going to be tough. The moment you see this, by the way, if you're young Jakov and you see like no reactor yet on this barracks, you're just droning up like a madman. Combat shield is going to get cleared, which is a pretty big deal. Roaches are actually going to hit the natural at the same time. The mutas are now going to join in the fray. Viking will get cleared here. That means every single depot will most likely also end up going down. A couple SCVs falling first. I think a lot of people here would probably want to add in some Lynx to see if they can go for the kill. We'll see what the plan here is for young Jakov. Either Lynx or drones. Then we know exactly what he's like. If it's Lynx, you know, he still has some of that youthful aggression in him. If it's drones, you know, he's grown older, wiser, but also a bit more cautious. Less scary for other people to play against. There we go. It's going to be drones. Believes he's in control enough to take this to a macro game. I believe so too. I actually think that this is the correct call as well. It's probably, if you run this simulation like 30 times, and 15 times you do this, 15 times you do the links, I do believe you're going to get a better return on investment with the drones. But I wouldn't have minded like 20 links or so. If you send them out quick after you have that initial W there, you know combat shield is not going to finish up anytime soon. I think it would have been cool. For now, we still don't have an evolution chamber either, so it's not like Young Jakov is turning this into some epic macro game where he has every single advantage, but he does have a significant amount of advantages right now. He's on 6 gases. He has a good amount of hatcheries. He's fighting against like really poor infrastructure, to be honest. Like there's 2 barracks building reactors. These 2 are just completely naked. So marine production is pathetic. Young Jakov has has everything in his own hands right now. He can only lose this game. I don't think Bunny can win it anymore. Young Jakov can only lose it at this point. And it doesn't really seem to me like he's losing it. It's going to get a snipe on this Viking, on both of these Vikings. Link's now coming in. This is probably going to... Oh my god, this is a beautiful play. I was going to say, this is going to scare Bunny because you know that the possibility of a run-in is always going to be there, but the possibility of the run-in won't always be there because Young Yakov already completely sent. He's now going to snipe the turret as well. GG gets caught, Young Yakov. Non-stop aggression here in game number 1 on the Old Sun Temple takes out a much bigger name than him in game number 1. Game number 2 is going to be played on Fear and Faith. FAF. Oh, what the... What is this? Is the red race? What the ever-living hell is this crap? Oh, this is... Is this just for drones? So this is a 4-player map as well. Oh, he's gonna proxy hatch. There's also one over here. There's infinite. I don't think units can move through this, but I could be wrong. Because you can wall this as well. Imagine like having 7 zealots like trying to run into your main base. Oh my god. Oh, he's gonna triple hatch, right? It's going to be gasless. A hatch, pool, hatch, I think. As Bunny opened up with CC first. This is crazy. This is actually crazy. What the hell is this? You can go from... I wonder if units can be transported into this. I cannot wait to find out. There's also a little... only workers can go down here. There's like a little... It's a slide. You know, the worker slide. They go down. I have never seen something like this before in my life. The freaking... It's like a water slide. Except there's no water in it. And it also goes up. A terrible concept for a water slide going up. Especially at the start. I don't think it will work at all. Yeah, I haven't studied physics, so maybe it will. Marine comes out into Factor. Was like a CC first. Exact same build order. Bunny looked at that last game and thought to himself, you know what? I like how that went. Yes, I lost, but... actually, I can't really see any silver linings from that last game. But there might be some that we've missed. He could also say, you know what? What's the chance that he goes for a road rush again on the second 4-player map? And you know what? Fair play. Fair play. 2 links making their way across the map. This thing's about to finish up. I really wonder what Young Yakov's plan would have been had his opponent spawned over here. Okay, double gas now coming into the main. Is he just gonna full wall with like Evo road rush? What the hell is Bunny doing? Oh my god, it's gonna get scouted. No, it doesn't. Bunny's gonna go for 3 factory Cyclone Hellion, which is also not really a build order. So now we're watching a game between 2 people that are not playing build orders. This has to be one of the wildest showdowns that I've seen in a while. So it's gonna be 2 base mech against a 3rd base that is not at a 3rd base location. I always wonder if this is even good from the Zerg POV. Because you're so larva dependent with your production. And that counts for workers as well. So, wait, did he just scout that? Oh my god! Holy crap. Alright. That is actually crazy. That is actually crazy. I'm still curious to see what's going to happen here. So, the way that you probably do this is that... I wish you could see the hotkeys here, but I bet he has this separately hotkeyed from his main hatcheries. And then every now and again he goes here and has to build some drones there manually. That is going to be my... That is my belief, pretty much. Okay, we're going to get a scout into the main base. We see the lair really fast. Look at that. Very fast lair with the proxy hatch. This is kind of like my build. Except I did it with a proxy lair as well. To even trick the opponent further. You get like a road warren. You show a second gas, and then you proxy the hatch and the lair. I love the proxy spire. I think it's a really cool call. I think in almost every single scenario, this would be a default win here for Young Yakov. Like, the response that we would have to see out of a Terran player after scouting this, like, I don't even know what they would do. They'd probably get tanks because they're afraid of either a roach warren or they see a baneling nest, which is weird. This is just weird. Like, it's just so hard to oh, nice, just in time. Like, In a standard situation, I feel like this would be fantastic for the Zerg. Right now, because it is just 2-base triple factory, I don't even think this is that good against Spire play. We're gonna get a scout around the map. I feel like Bunny has an idea as to what is going on. More drones are being transferred over through the pipes. Oh, you get an all-army hotkey back. Yeah, Bunny doesn't quite know what's going on. He does not. It might not matter, though. Okay, we're gonna get a big attack in this area. Just a single queen, don't forget. It's going to be Hellion Cyclone. Banelings won't be here quite yet. Would love to see just 2 or 3 Banelings. Yeah, queens are pretty freaking necessary. They're just starting to realize. This is a beautiful map, by the way. Yeah, a little entrance over here. The gate that says, welcome to Hell. Except Hell is pretty underpopulated right now. There's not a whole lot of Zerglings. A couple of mutas are about to pop, but before that happens, I'm afraid that 25 workers are going to die. And even when the mutas come out, they're not all going to pop in this natural. So these initial mutalists might be in some trouble already. We get a scan right now towards the top right, so that gives us a lot of information. Yeah, these 3 mutas will die instantly. That means the total muta count is going to be 6, and Bunny gets the W in game number 2. And that brings us to our final game, which is going to be played here on Lumen. What the hell is this piece of crap? Oh, it is a map. Dude, the map makers, they've been cooking. From a distance, you know, the dish looks completely black, absolutely burned. But then when you zoom in, like, the details are actually really quite fun. Look at this. We have I guess this is a double mineral wall that can be mined out quickly. Then we have a worker path that allows for a gold first. But if these are low minerals, then this is only a triple patch base so 3 blue minerals and 3 gold minerals. I want to click these to see how many minerals there are on each, because this seems like a poor base to mine from. It's going to give you a bit of an early boost. I'm so curious what this is. Then there is no... Oh my god, what is this? Another one. No logical path towards a 3rd base. Like, this can't be a 3rd, so this has to be the 3rd. But then where's our 4th for the Zerg? I don't see it. The 3rd for the Terran is also got to be so far away. And look at this. This is really cool design, actually. I've never seen a map quite like this. It also doesn't feel like it's easy to defend like a 5th base. But it also doesn't feel impossible. Tanks feel good, but Terran feels bad. I don't know. This is an interesting one for sure. Okay, here we go. 70, 80, 900. Wait, what? 900? Okay, so this is an 8-patch base. I thought that this was going to be a quick mine one, but it's not. These 2 are quick mine. It is hilarious. So this has to be the 3rd base. So this is just a 4-patch, 4-patch. Overlord's gonna take a bit of a beating. Queen's gonna come out. Okay, this guy wants to expand towards the 2nd gold. And that is a 3-5. 3 gold patches, 5 mineral patches. Or 5 blue patches. I mean, this is going to be impossible for the Terran. But the thing is, you're expanding towards your opponent. Imagine the Terran takes this as their 3rd base. Or this is their 3rd base. Like, you're practically in here. And there's also... like some positions from behind, maybe, that you can abuse? I don't know. It feels scary to expand the way that Young Yakov is doing. And one thing you shouldn't forget is that, yes, there's going to be increased mining here for Young Yakov, but his larva production won't be increased. And very often, you kind of get kneecapped by your lack of lava production as a result of that. Is this 2 layers of rocks, by the way? So you have like 1 and then a 2nd one. Do you need like double vision to see that? Like double air. No, it doesn't make any sense. So once you can see it, you can see it. Alright. 3rd CC is on the way. We're gonna get... It's gonna be mech once more. I actually hate that. Do I? No, I don't. I'm okay with it. Well, I hate that there's no starport. Starport often allows the Terran to keep the Zerg in check a little bit. Without a starport, this kind of feels... Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, he's just gonna go straight in. That's... A risky play. It's not quite gonna pay off. Like, I don't think he can keep his opponent in check. Also, the barracks flying here is a crazy giveaway that this is gonna be mech. I wonder if this is gonna be a cancel into a roach wire now. Let's see how well Young Yakov's brain is working. Yeah, okay, cancel on the Baneling Nest, so that means it's going to be a roach one. Probably somewhere over here is what I would say. Could also go straight into Hydra then, by the way. It's not great, but it's playable. It's just scary in case you're playing against like a Hellbat all-in. Although you know it's not a Hellbat all-in because it's Hellbat Marauder and you saw the barracks fly. I think this could be straight Hydra. So, it's going to be roach. Straight Hydra sounds crazy, but against... If you get like an Infestor in, you start smacking these guys. I think pure Hydra is not that bad. It's underrated for sure. Okay, here we're going to have 4 Hellions. Rumor on the street is that you can block Hellions going up the ramp with a single Queen if positioned correctly. This definitely wasn't positioned correctly. A couple of links now coming in. Okay, these Hellions are dead. The question is how many drones will die too. Answer seems to be none. As the lowest amount of drones you could kill. Income should be in favor of Young Yakov due to the having of 7 golden patches here. Third base has landed as well. This is an awkward base to hold though. No? Like there's so much open space here. This is going to die at some point. You can't easily rotate from natural to third, which is awkward. Like you're gonna have to go into the main, into the third. So run-bys are actually very strong against this. Like extraordinarily strong against this. Okay, links are taking a bit of a beating. We'll take out nothing. Extra gases on the way, melee and range. And the 4th base coming out right now here for Young Yakov. The Hellion Cyclone attack comes in. There's a single Cyclone. The Marines also show up. Gives a little bit of support, not a whole lot. Okay, bunch of drones falling here. So Cyclones continue clearing Queens. Looks like a battle that could have gone significantly worse for Young Yakov, but also significantly worse for Bunny. I think both players here look at this and Young Yakov's thinking, well, I could have lost 15 drones. Bunny's thinking to himself, well, I killed 2 Queens and some drones. Worker count's probably going to be pretty even. Hydra then is here, by the way, so we're probably going to see a couple of Hydra lists on the way. The question that I have is going to be, what are the plans for Bunny? Because he will be fighting against a large roach force, which is now mysteriously moving across the map. I don't understand this at all. Like, this seems extraordinarily idiotic to me. He's gonna snipe a depot. I love this triple roach run by. This one I'm a big fan of. Okay, he's actually just gonna go in. He wants to go for it. This feels so bad. He's getting a couple of worker kills here, a couple of worker kills there, but the problem is that retreating can be really difficult. I guess Macfield Accelerator wasn't done quite yet. That probably was the saving grace here. I mean, 8 SCVs end up falling. I actually think this was very worthwhile here. Oh, Bunny's also chasing quite far. Hellions chasing roaches is usually not what you'd want exactly. Infestation Pit is coming in. That means we're going to go into a quick hive here too. What are we going to do with it? Well, not really a quick hive, but we're going to get a hive at some point at least. Bunny still is in Cyclone Hellion mode. I feel like Cyclone Hellion mode is almost, you know, at the end of its life cycle. A couple of roaches can move in, and that's probably what we're going to see. These roaches run in. This will push it back, and this is the frustrating part with Hellion Cyclone, is that you always need to kite away from the roaches. So if they get an objective where they can start dealing some damage, like a base they get into, while they're chasing your army away, there's not a whole lot you can do. On creep is also scary. We have no infestors. I think a single infestor, when you're playing against this comp, can completely change the outcome of games. It's actually going to be a lurker then, I think, is what I saw. No? Yeah, lurker then. Gonna get a flank here too. Where's this army gonna retreat to? I don't think Bunny knows quite yet either. This is really awkward. Get a good split off towards the left side. There's 5 Cyclones there. It means 5 units at a time could die. Tank not properly sieged up is a major issue. These guys are all being pushed away. That means that the 3rd base is now going to be in some serious trouble. And at the same... Oh, this is also in some serious trouble. The kiting here, not good. As the third is being hit big time. Second Link Flood has just hit the Hellion Cyclone. Fifth base on the way behind this. Hive about to finish up, but I don't think any of that even is going to matter, because it feels like the game is already pretty much over. Cyclone count has been decimated. And the thing about Cyclones is that they're great if they stay alive, but if they're dying, significantly worse, let me tell you. Not the unit you'd want in life. We're now getting Seismic Spines into the mix as well. We're going up to 8 gases. 5th hatchery on the way. And a 4th CC. I mean, it's allowed. Young Yakov is playing this really scrappy. Like, it doesn't feel low eco, but the way that he... Like, he has no units. He's just completely relying on taking good trades the entire time. And so far the trades have been good enough. But this is really on a razor's edge, because the moment he loses a fight and map control goes to Bunny, he's cooked. The thing is, he isn't really losing fights. Vipers are on the way behind this. Hydras continue attacking as well. Bunch of SCVs here are gonna fall. I actually think this might just be game. 4th CC, no, it's gonna survive. Hellions doing an okay job. Tank in the back is okay as well. Don't forget, you have kind of this awkward area in the natural where it doesn't feel like you can really hold that. And right now we're gonna get 2 Vipers with energy. So that is 2 Abducts. Or a Blinding Cloud. It's gonna be a hard sell for me. Like, how is Bunny gonna manage this? He's adding more and more tanks. He has 5 factories, which is something. The 4th CC is not continuing to build. I think the next push is going to be close to impossible to hold. Like, these 2 bases are so hard to defend. Like, he's kind of standing in between and he's defending neither. Now gonna create a backup wall of sorts. We have this tank up here. Main base is kind of exposed due to this being gone. This feels like an extraordinary Zerg map. But then again, it just feels like a map, whoever has the momentum is going to be winning. It's a good map for an attacker. Just going to get a Hellion there pulled in. I mean, this is going to be game. Link's running in as well. Single tank here. It's not going to be good enough to deal with all these Zerglings as the Hydras clear the Cyclones. This base is going to fall. GG gets called. Young Yakov is going to win this series on the new maps with a 2-1 score.